Guys, what is up? It is your favorite Northern Virginia realtor, Chris Colgan, here with EXP Realty powered by Place. Are you going to subscribe to my channel?
Yes.
Are you going to email me at the number below if you have any real estate related questions?
Yes.
Okay, great. As I'm sure you are aware, the real estate market is quickly changing here throughout the country and especially here in Northern Virginia. And I want to get into the details here and show you all the numbers that literally just came out yesterday, right from the MLS, straight from the horse's mouth. So I'm going to show you everything that's going on here in Northern Virginia, because in October, I noticed a huge change in the market, and I want to go over that with you guys to kind of show you what I'm seeing here on the ground. But I will tell you before I get into this data, one thing that really surprised me, the last 2 weeks here, today is December 12th, the market really picked up. I had some buyers in from town who are from Florida, and they are YouTube viewers of mine. And we were looking, and places were starting to go off the market. They were getting offers again. And then I put some new listings on, which were also some YouTube viewers like yourself, and their houses started to get a lot of activity. So I'm thinking the sticker shock has come off a little bit for some of these buyers out here. You gotta remember, these interest rates went from 3.5%, 3%, all the way up to 7 to 7.5%. But the last few datas that have come out about inflation have not been as bad as thought. And you saw the stock market start to tick up, and you saw the rates come down, and especially around like 6.25, 6.5. Is that the world's greatest rate? No, it's not, but it's not the end of the world by any means. So let's get into the data, see exactly what's going on here in Northern Virginia. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first area I am going to talk about is Alexandria, which I always mention this. It's kind of a weird marketplace because it's a good mixture of older homes, and you have downtown Alexandria and you have condos. I've certainly sold a lot in there. But as you can see, this number here is trending down a lot more. So we had new listings are down 185 in the month of October. So they're down 38%, which to me, you know, there's not a lot of people listing right now compared to last October. So there was 299, so we're almost half the people listed houses. But here's the shocking thing, right? New pendings are down 44%. So we are seeing a little bit of a correction here as new listings going under contract has really come down, down 44%. So almost half sales of what we had. And then closed sales are down 34%. So last year in October, we had 238. This year we've had 156. So what was going on last October? The interest rate was 3%. So you had some people moving who didn't have to move, they just wanted to move. So those buyers have certainly disappeared. Now here is the shocking thing about Alexandria. The median sold price up 13% year over year. So I would bet this is probably the hottest market here in Northern Virginia, which is really odd. So right now, last year, it's at $699,000 medium sold price. Last year it was $615,000. Prices in Alexandria are still very strong, but let's take a look. When we go back at the start of the pandemic here, you can see prices instantly went down and then they went up. And now we've kind of gone way back up again. So there had to have been a couple high dollar sales there in Alexandria. And then active listings is actually around 256, which the 5-year average for October was 326. So we're below the 5-year average. But look at that, days on market now hitting 24 days, average sold price. Average person gets 98.5% of list price. So people are realizing now they cannot be overpricing their houses. So Alexandria is still a very strong market. Let's try another one. Okay, so let's get into Arlington, probably the most popular area. I was just in Seattle for a business trip, and everyone was asking me about Arlington. I've brought that up before in many videos. So let's take a look at their market. Probably one of the hottest markets in the country for that matter, outside of like maybe Florida. But right now, new listings down 38%, pendings down 35%. So that's about on par. But closed sales down 33%. So Arlington's doing about a third less of the business. Now here is the shocking thing, right? Let's take a look at it. Medium sold price in Arlington down 5%. So their prices are starting to trend downwards. Now what I do think that's probably not a huge like, oh my gosh, people are dropping their prices like crazy. that is probably you're not seeing the high-end luxury condo market moving as quickly, and you're starting to see some reductions. Days on market probably have gone up drastically, as that's a higher price point for the United States, let alone Northern Virginia. So we have obviously seen some changes here. Again, when we go through this graph, the sort of pandemic, you can look at these closed sales, the medium sold price. June of this year, we hit a max and then we dipped down, and now we're kind of coming back up. So that means you can tell September, October, when that rate change really hit, that's when things started to change. Active listings, 403 with a 5-year average of 449. Average days on the market though is at 31 days with a 5-year average of 26 days on market. What does that mean? Homes are taking longer to sell. But you know what the weird thing is, in Arlington, the average was only 26 days the last 5 years, even before COVID. So we're seeing houses sit on the market. So if you're a buyer, a great thing. A seller, not as much of a good thing. But what are we not seeing here in any of this data? When you see a market correction by a huge point, of course you're going to see prices get corrected, but you would see listings going up going on the market. We're not seeing that right now. Average sold to list price, 97%. That tells me a lot of people in Arlington have been overpricing their houses. They're not getting what they want. They're taking about a 3% less. So you figure on a $500,000 house, that's $15,000. $1 million house, that's $30,000. So buyers are getting a better deal in this market right now in Arlington. So that's why it's really important. If you're thinking about selling, definitely let me know. I can go through with a pricing strategy to help you get the house sold quickly. But let's take a look at kind of the outer suburbs of Northern Virginia. Okay, let's take a look at the giant Fairfax County, one of the biggest county in Virginia, one of the biggest counties in the country. Right now though, new listings down 33%. New pendings though, look at this, almost 50%. So houses, Arlington's market's definitely slowed down. They're down 47%. So not as many people probably selling to move out of Florida, move out of the suburbs. Not a lot of the condo, townhouse people moving up to single families to get a bigger house. So a lot of people that just have to move are moving right now. Closed sales down 38%, but look at that. Prices are remaining strong. Average price has gone up 640,000. Medium sold price with an average of 3.2%. Now someone mentioned to me, they said, hey, you know what, that's actually not right because of inflation. Well, the inflation's only been bad these last few years. So again, a healthy real estate market is prices going up 3 to 5%. Now we're at active listings 1495, but we're way below the 5-year average of 1900. So the market here is still pretty strong, even though we're seeing these prices dip some down. Average days on market is at 25, with the average 5-year average being 25, so it's about on range. And then average sold to list price is 98%. Again, some buyers are getting some money off of houses, or people are having to reduce in Fairfax. Let's take a look at Loudoun County. All right, getting into Loudoun County, this one I was really interested on. Loudoun County, really a high price market for being out what it is. Then we just had the Metro Silver Line open. So let's take a look. New listings, 460, down 28%, but new pendings are down 47%. So Loudoun's doing about half the business they have been doing as far as under contracts. Closed sales down 406, so down 36%. Weird thing though, prices are still on the rise, 7.5%. You know what, we probably are seeing a price correction, but that's still, you know, putting in that medium sold price of like the huge prices we had go up about like 20% or so. So right now you're looking at, like I said, 7.5%. Prices are still up with a 5-year average of 556. I suspect that will come down a little as you see new construction sellers try to give some more deals. Active listings 622, 5-year average of 706. Days on market 24 days with a 23 5-year average, and then average sold to list price 98%, which we've been seeing across the board. Now, like I know like Ashford, Brambleton, Leesburg, really strong markets. Like I said, we just had the Metro Silver Line, but we are seeing some data center issues out in Loudoun where they're not being able to build as much. But sales starting to really come down there, but still a pretty strong market. We're not like here in the end of the world, but weirdly prices are still up. Let's check out Prince William County. All right, getting into the last one, Prince William County here. New listings down 32%, which has been about the average, right, of what we've seen. New pendings down 47%. So we're having half the sales we have. Now, I will tell you, I feel like October was probably the biggest slowdown I had seen in a long time. I wasn't seeing huge reductions, but the amount of calls definitely went down. Closed sales down 35%, but then again, prices, which Prince William's probably the most affordable in Northern Virginia, are up 6%. And you can see here it kind of peaked right around June or July this year and has steadily been going down. Again, you're not seeing those high-end new builds selling as fast. Active listings of 714. We are getting close to the active 5-year average of 746, but unbelievable. If you look at this, back in October of last year, there was only 487, so you can see how much more is on the market. Average days on market above the 5-year average of 24 days, and then people are getting 98.2% of their list price of Prince William. You know, still a strong market, but at the end of the day, what's happening? We are seeing a market correction, but you know, the stock market's already had their huge correction. You're seeing some places like Portland, Oregon, you know, Seattle, certainly Los Angeles County are definitely having some reductions or slowdown. Not as bad as we are. I was at a conference with a bunch of agents across the country, and a lot of them were talking about a slowdown. People in Florida, though, said it was still hot there. Not literally hot, but the market was hot. So you know what, guys, I think we're still holding steady here. Is it a wonderful market? No, it's not. But at the end of the day, we aren't in this free-for-all that we were in 2008 and 2009. Now, bearing how, you know what, the Fed is about to make another announcement this week. Did they raise rates again? The last time they only did it 1/4 point. Let's hope they do that again, and let's keep these interest rates below 7%. If you have any real estate related questions, please subscribe to my channel. My goal is eventually one day to get to 10,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate that. And as always, email me with any real estate related questions. No question is dumb. I love talking to my YouTube viewers. As always, I will see you at the top or from the top. Thanks.